Hey Rowan, I wanted to give you a fun little jamming skill here, and it's really a theory skill, but I wanted to apply it to guitar, and you can do it up here. So I believe we talked about 5 of 5 chords a little bit. If not, here's a quick review. If I'm in the key of C, I can use my, say, D minor, my 2 chord, as a predominant, and that leads to G. So if we listen to that, C, creates a question mark. And of course we gotta go back home to C to resolve and make it feel like it ended. Well, what if we use a D7? Feels like we arrived at G. So, or just D major. Kind of the same thing. So what's going on there is where the D, instead of a D minor, see, a D minor has an F in it. A D major, or D7, has an F sharp. F sharp doesn't belong in the key of C. It creates tension. It's a leading tone. F sharp, G. Now think of the key of G. F sharp is 7, right? Well, that's your leading tone. 7 is always your leading tone. It wants badly to resolve up by half step. And so F sharp leads to G. So when we use the D major or D7 instead of the D minor, it's called a 5 of 5 chord. So think in the key of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, D, E, F, G. G is your 5 chord. Well, what if we call it the key of 5, which is just your next key, right? And your cheat sheet, which is basically the circle of fifths. So then if you go to the key of G, G, A, B, C, D, D is the 5th chord in the key of G. So that's why they call it the 5 of 5. It's the 5th chord from the key that's a 5th away. And so that's why it leads to G. That F sharp wants to resolve to the G. It kind of sounds for a minute like you're in the key of G. So there's a quick review. And the key of C, D minor is your 2 chord, diatonic. But if you have a D major or D7, either way you got an F sharp in there. That's not diatonic. You're borrowing that F sharp from the key of G. It wants to resolve to G. So for a minute you're kind of in the key of C and in the key of G. So that's called a 5 of 5. But what if we think of, I don't know, what about a 5 of 2? So D is 2, right? So we're in the key of C. And we want to go to D minor. But maybe we want to arrive there with a little more excitement. Alright, so what do? D, E, F, G, A. So A is the 5 of D, and of course it has a C sharp. You're A major, it's got a C sharp in it, that wants to resolve to D. I usually like to do this with a dominant 7 chord, just because it gives a little, it's like a little Tabasco sauce on there, but again, it's the leading tone that's doing it. But let's try it. Let's go C, A7, D minor, G, E, A7, D minor, G. See how it just kind of propels the music forward a little? So that's one way you can create a little excitement. Let's just try it with an A major, see what that feels like. Yeah, it works too, but I like the 7 better personally. Alright, so now let us try a 5 of 3 chord. C, D, E. So in the key of C, we're going to an E minor. So what would be the 5 of that? E, F, G, A, B. So it's going to be a B7 chord, which is going to have a D sharp in it, I believe. Yeah. B, D sharp, F sharp. Right, so that D sharp wants to lead to your E. And then we'll just throw the 7. So we're going to go C. I didn't like that change. I'd rather... I don't know. You can write songwrite with that. But that was a 5 of 3. So B7 leads to E minor in the key of C. Alright, let's do a 5 of 4 now. So that'd be F, right? C, D, E, F. So what's 5 to F? C, D, E, F. Something's wrong. I lost it. I lost my brain here. F, G, A, B, C. That's why I made my mistake, right? Because I figured C, D, E, F is your 4 chord, and what's 5 to F? So F, G, A, B, C, C7. So let's go C, C7 to F, G, and C. So there's your 5 of 4, and let's do, we already did 5 of 5. Alright, let's do 5 of 6 then. So we need our chord that leads to A minor. So A, B, C, D, E. It's an E7. So in E7 we have a G sharp, which leads to A. That's your leading tone. Oh, that was a little lopsided progression-wise. Let's try it again. Something like that. So yeah, that's and then what do we have left? That was 5 of 6, 5 of 7. That doesn't really work out. It gets weird, and if you 7 is actually a dominant chord, and so of course 5 is too. And we did 5 of 5. I'm not sure why it doesn't work out. Probably because it's diminished. But if you do your B diminished, that wants to lead home to C, because it's a dominant. So I believe, let's see, it would be a F sharp. So we'll go C, F sharp 7, and then B diminished, B, D, E, F. Yeah. So C, F sharp diminished. Or F sharp 7, B diminished, and C. Maybe if I, let's see. I'm trying to think of how I could revoice this to make it work. We did it like that. A fully diminished. See if that works. Yeah, I don't know. You can experiment with it and see if you can make a 5 to 7 work. I've never heard of it. I was just curious that I'd try it. But I think it probably doesn't work. But you can mess around with it and see if you can voice it. So anyways, that's our concept. Play around with it. So we're using a leading tone chord to get to another diatonic chord. You can also use these to do key changes, but for now I'd recommend, just for practice, do it in another key. Do it in G, and do 5 of 2, 5 of 3, 5 of 4, 5 of 5, and 5 of 6, and see what chords you come up with. And of course, in that key of G, you got your F sharp, so you have to be mindful of that, and it'll be really good practice for your theory, and man, it'll get you around the guitar too. Alright, I hope you have fun with that idea, and maybe we can do more of that on Thursday.